Hello, and welcome back to Kalis Dawn and the Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn Iron Man Challenge. Last night, my first and second attempts were squandered by my underestimating things, getting a little reckless and careless. Yeah, I only have one attempt left. I still haven't decided what happens if that one gets destroyed, but I generally work better with my back against the wall, so maybe giving myself multiple lives is just a fool's errand. Anyway, so let's go. Today we are going to catch up. Just going to rush right in. First I need to delete this file. Yeah, technically only 30 minutes in, because that was my second attempt where I was skipping cutscenes and everything. So, we are going to start a new game. Do the same thing. I'm skipping all cutscenes up until we hit new content, and this stream will not be too long. I'm not doing much story progression. I will finish the chapter where I ended on last time, where I lost, and then after that, that will be where I save and stop, and I will continue tomorrow night at the normal time, 9 p.m. EST, for with the improvised voice acting, watching the cutscenes, and reading the dialogue. But yeah, today, just a kind of relaxed, well, I say relaxed, focused on not dying, but relaxed, kind of casual stream to get back where we were. Alright, yep, this is the clear data. Yep. Yeah, I haven't decided. I really want to play through the game again, so yeah, even if if I lose here, what I probably would do would be to maybe off-stream, maybe on-stream, haven't decided, but almost definitely still... Oh, hold on. There we go, message speed max. Have to change this every time I come in. Maybe off-stream, maybe on, but I will probably still play through the game. Let's see, where's the rumble stuff? I want that off. Yeah. I will probably still play through the game, but regardless, I hope to beat it this time without any of that being necessary. So I'm going to stay very focused, going to play very carefully. Okay, so that could be auspicious. Starting with a crit. It's nice. Alright, let's have her move up here. But yeah, we're just going to play through this really quickly. It honestly shouldn't take more than about an hour to get through. Get through everything there. So, we'll see. Maybe Edu-chan will just decide to crit everyone all the time and, you know, never get hit. Apparently not. Apparently not. I forgot to engage the hacks before I started this this playthrough, so it is what it is. So while we are moving through with this, I'll stay focused on the game, but I'm gonna go ahead and chat about some random Fire Emblem things. Let's talk a little bit about my Fire Emblem history. So the first Fire Emblem game I ever played was the first one that came out in the West for Game Boy Advance, the one that had Lyn and Eliwood and Hector. That was my first Fire Emblem game. I believe Path of Radiance was my second. I haven't played all of the old ones with like fan translations on like NES, SNES, right? Or should I say Super Famicom? But I have played, since the ones that came out in the West for Game Boy Advance, Fire Emblem and Fire Emblem Sacred Stones, I have played and beaten every single Fire Emblem that has come out since. With the exception of the mobile game, what is it, Fire Emblem Heroes or whatever? The gacha mobile Fire Emblem. I don't play that one. I do enjoy gacha games now and then. I generally don't tend to spend money on them, or at least if I do, no more than I would spend on a normal game, right? Like, you know, so if I was like a $40 or so, over the lifetime of the game. Anyway, but I have tried several gacha games that were themed after some of my favorite series, like, Final Fantasy, Brave Exvius, or some of these. But it just doesn't feel right. Like, it just feels... Meh. Feels kind of... leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Doesn't make me happy. So, yeah. So I've played Path of Radiance, Radiant Dawn, Sacred Stones, what is it? I'm not sure if it ever actually came to the West or if I played it on emulation because it wasn't here. The one with Roy I have played. I played Shadow Dragon with Marth. Marth was one of my favorite characters to play in Super Smash Bros. Melee, so for GameCube, so that, just had to try that. And that was honestly disappointing because there's this weird thing with that game in particular where, it was one of the very first Fire Emblem. Maybe it was the first. Anyway, one of the things that was so frustrating about that game is Marth is your main character, right? And you expect, especially if your first games were ones that had Hector and Ike, that you expect that the main character is going to be powerful, devastating, and strong, and going to be one of your best characters. But I'm going to be real with you here. Marth is not that. Not really. It's like he supposedly is the wielder of Falchion, or he's the one destined to wield Falchion, and it's the only weapon that can face off against the dragon or whatever. I forget what the name is. But the reality is that he can't face that dragon in combat. Like, that dragon will just slaughter him. And you might be like, well, it's the final boss. Of course he needs help. Like, yeah, help. That's a generous way of putting it. Hold on here. Let's see how this first level up goes. Oh! I am being punished. Karma has come in 1 stat level up. Ah ha ha. Hopefully that is not a sign of things to come. Okay. Let's move here and use an herb charge. So, yeah, for example, imagine if Ike couldn't face Ashnard in the end, right? Like, if he was not strong enough to fight Ashnard. What? That's just nuts. Like, he's the main character, and especially in Path of Radiance, like, he's kind of similar to Marth, kind of reputed to be the strongest, right? That's not right. He's not the strongest or reputed to be the strongest. That's not quite it. But Grail's fighting style is so dominant, and he fights the Black Knight in a one-on-one combat, and he comes out showing, that he doesn't personally consider himself at his father's level, and he is not, so, that's correct. But he also... I'm not taking any chances here. He also... is showing, he's the strongest combatant in your team, pretty much. There are people who are close, but he is the strongest in your team. All right, here's our second level up. Let's see what we got. Mostly because of Aether. We are being punished. The heavens are punishing us. Let's hit. See, I have already made a minor misplay here. I should have advanced Ed 1 step further to completely block him in the corner so that he couldn't step out. Because if anybody misses right now, then somebody's going to die. But I don't think I'm going to miss. I don't think it's happening. Because it's now on Ed. I'm relieved that Edu-chan can do a 1 damage attack. Yep, we win. So, so it's just, Ike is, because of Aether and his stat caps and his likelihood to cap them, he tends to be one of the very strongest characters in your group. It's not, it's not, how shall I say, like, there are some characters who are comparable, but especially because of Ragnell that only he can use, that takes him up to the next level. And so yeah, that's a bit of a pain. All right, Leo, go over here and visit here. Grab that vulnerary, please. And let's move up and let Nolan absorb these attacks. And we'll step up here and begin. And we'll skip that. Yeah, I barely got anywhere in this game yesterday. It was so shameful. So my first death was in this chapter because the swordsman up there on that escape tile on the left with the shield icon, I didn't think he would step off the icon, right? Because as long as we can't kill him, then they win. However, of course, the AI in this game is slightly better designed, and another method of them winning is if they take down Micaiah, because it's game over for us if Micaiah dies. And so he did. Micaiah was close enough, and he killed her. I didn't think he was stepping out of that, so I was kind of guarding from enemies from behind, and yeah, it was not ideal. Let's just put it that way. All right, so that's a bad position to be in. I'm not gonna lie. So we're gonna step over here. Gonna use a vulnerary just to be safe. Because, all right, so what would have happened if I had stepped Edu-chan up there and attacked from the left side right here, is he would have killed this guy without taking damage. Great. Then these two would have both attacked him, and so would this javelin. And, okay, he only has to dodge one of those 3 attacks to live, but let's be real, with the weapon triangle, the javelin is almost definitely not going to miss. And Ed doesn't have a good track record of dodging these 50-50s here. So, yeah, likely to die. Whereas if I do this situation, he can only be attacked by one of the axemen unless he kills one, which if he kills one, okay. Even if he's attacked by 2 and hit by 2, he'll still live. So, chances of somebody dying in this scenario, basically none. And that's what we're trying to do. My back is against the wall. All the chips are on the table, and I don't have any chance to. Interesting. Well, I mean, there's no weapon triangle advantage, so I guess. And I don't have any recourse should I fail. So I need to make sure that I don't leave any openings for the enemy to exploit, and that's the thing. As much as I try to give myself lives and different things like that, it is true that I tend to work better under pressure. For example, even though it is a bit to me learning the game, being reminded about the game, look at my Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. I got to Chapter 13, I got to Chapter 5, and then I got pretty cleanly all the way to Chapter 27-2. And I died in Chapter 27-2, and I want to put this out there. That was with, okay, another bad level up. I'm being punished. That was with me getting level ups similar to the ones I'm getting here so far, which are mediocre. And almost every single character for me, other than Mia, was far below average on their stat growths. So that's pretty crippling. You know what I'm saying? That's All right, I'm going to step up here, actually, and I'm going to weaken this guy. Yeah. And so that just shows, like, that if you can take that as evidence, which is, of course, not a large enough sample size, if we're being scientific, but if you can take that as evidence, then it will demonstrate to you fairly clearly that... Nice. Victory. It will demonstrate to you fairly clearly that I work better under pressure, right? When I'm like, oh, I've got 10 lives or something, I'm more reckless and careless and probably going to die. But when you tell me, oh, you only have 1 life, dude. Whew, pressure comes up. And so we're counting on that to bring me further. All right, give me something. I've had 3 bad level ups so far. That's a good level up. That's quite good. Quite good. All right, so we'll we'll hope that's a sign of our luck beginning to turn. Okay. Nice. The animations in this, I think the graphics compared to Path of Radiance are basically on the same level. I would say they're a tiny bit better. Like, these background textures and things are a little better. The character sprites aren't better, I would say. They're basically the same. But a lot of the animations in combat are pretty nice. Like those back roll and stuff to avoid. Everyone in the last game had one avoidance animation, which was a tiny step back and to the side. And it was just 9 times out of 10, their attack animation went through your body anyway. So it was like, really? You dodged that? Huh? I don't think you did. However, in this scenario, in this game, there's a wider variety of animations, even for just your basic attacks. Like, even for normal attacks, if you've noticed with Edward, sometimes he does his little kickflip, and sometimes he doesn't. Yeah, we're going to step up here and wait right there. And we're going to do a quick visit. And that gets us a hand axe. And I'm going to step up here. Yeah, we're turn 4. We are doing very, very well. And let's use second herb charge. Now, the archer's just going to get a free shot. Excuse me. Excuse ma French. Free shot on our buddy Nolan there. But that doesn't matter. That's fine. Okay. What I want to do is hurt him. Then we'll have Micaiah finish him off. We're hoping Micaiah starts to get good levels. She's had 2 tragic levels, is what's happened so far. I would like to make sure that guy is dead. It is unfortunate that the things are positioned, because I would love to also soften up this gentleman. I'll tell you what. I will have this guy attack first. That way, if Edu-chan gets a crit, see that he just did a downward slash there, and then he did his little kickflip. But he doesn't always do the kickflip second. He has some other animations, which aren't crit animations. So, solidly done overall. Okay. This guy is unlikely to move without a victory chance. So we're going to have Micaiah come up here and attack this guy. Because the other guy doesn't have a ranged attack, so cannot attack Micaiah. No problema. Alright. Ah, look at this gentleman coming over for Nolan. Yeah, so Nolan in this scenario serves as a pseudo pre-promote, right? He doesn't get as much XP from fighting these guys. Nice. Nicely done, Edu-chan. He doesn't get as much XP for killing these guys, but he is able to... He's quite nicely designed, right? He's in the perfect stat spot to do what he's doing. He can't double attack these guys, but he does chunk them down to where they are in easy snipe range for Micaiah. And that is a wonderful, wonderful position to be in. He's really, again, really well designed for what's going on here. So what we're about to do is step up here and put our guys in range to receive the attacks of our enemies here. And this one will be chipped up a bit. So So again, we're 20 minutes into the stream and almost there. Almost there. Because that's how sad it was. I did not get far. But that's, I mean, you gotta be careful. Nice. You gotta be careful and see how, and not let your guard down, sorry. Okay, you guys are being mean to Nolan, how could you? Alright, so here is the trick. Edu-chan is gonna hurt this guy pretty bad. And maybe take a beating. But yeah, the enemies aren't even, like, the fresh enemies haven't even come yet. So, we're actually doing quite well. However, I don't want to get overconfident because, again, it's escape in 10 turns. If I was playing on a lower difficulty setting, there would be no turn limit on this, and reinforcements would still come. So, it would be great to create a nice little choke point here and get some XP. But that is not a thing you can do in this difficulty. Yeah. We're going to start having some friends. But we're going to do this real quick and get another level for Micaiah. We're crossing our fingers for better than what she has had so far. She had a 1 stat and a 2 stat level up. That's enough punishment, Micaiah. Give me something fantastic. I know you're amazing. Now show me. 3 stat. Okay. I mean, I'm just going to take this. We're just going to assume that she's going up to 4, to 5, to 6, to 7, to 8. That she's just going to keep doing that. She's just moving up 1. Yep, absolutely. That's what's happening. Let's get Leonardo a level here. Good on you to activate cancel. All right, Leonardo. Are you going to be a golden god? Well, that remains to be seen, I guess. All right, he's defeated. We got a steel sword. How nice. Nolan is escaping. And, oh look, enemies have showed up, and we are out. Now, I could hang around a little bit and farm a little bit of XP off these guys, probably, but it is not worth the risk. We're getting out of here. All right, this next level, we are... We are helping Laura get to the abbot. This is where I died last time. And how did I die, you might ask, if you didn't see the stream? Well, this Laura character, you'll see that on normal difficulty, victory is Laura arrives. On easy difficulty, Laura does not have to live. But on normal, she has to live. And I got a little careless up here when some reinforcements came from this spot, and I didn't block both of these, right? Well, I had blocked both of these, but one of my enemies Edu-chan got hurt pretty bad. I had him pulled back here, and I had Laura come over and heal him. I had Nolan step down here and hurt the guy, but I forgot to move anybody up here to block, and so they came around and killed Laura. Because 2 defense, 16 hit points, 5 speed. In other words, everybody double attacks her and hits her like a truck, and she doesn't have the hit points to withstand it. So, yes, wonderful. Okay, so we are going to do some marvelous things here. First of all, we're going to leave Ed right where he is. We're going to have Nolan step up here. Who has the hand axe? You have the hand axe and the steel sword? Okay. Let's trade with you first and give that over. Ah, glorious. And let's step up here and begin. Oh yes, that guy's Duncan, by the way. I know it says Zaitan, but I felt that name was just too cool for him. He looks more like a Duncan to me, so we've rewritten the story. Let's hydrate. All right. Excellent. Flawless victory. Alright. And look, it's Soth. He'll be back in a minute. Alright, so we're gonna have a step up here. And a kill. 95% chance! 95! I mean, yes, 95 is not a 100% chance. If this one also dodges, I will do my best not to throw my controller. Okay, good. Good. So this means Nolan is going to kill someone. Unless that person runs. I hope they run. Because, yeah, I would prefer that they ran. But they didn't. Which means they're very likely to die. Maybe I'll miss with an 86%. No. Trying not to give Nolan much XP. His job is to weaken them, not kill them. But that's okay. That's okay. We understand that sometimes these things happen. They attack you, and you get angry. You cut them down with giant steel axe. This happens. This happens to me sometimes as well. Alright, so. Soth. I said this before. He's a monster. These are the stats he had at the end of my Path of Radiance playthrough. And they are overall just a bit better than what he would start out with otherwise. He is a beast. I mean, you'll notice he's... Alright, so there's 3 class changes in this one. Or rather, 3 class sections. 2 class changes. Promotions. And he is he's level 1 in the second one. He's a promoted unit. But his stats are so good. I mean, look at that. He's very close to his strength cap. And he's got 20 levels for that to go up. He's, like, look at that skill cap. He's almost definitely going to hit that. The speed cap, I mean, he has to get, like, what? A speed every other level, but still, that's likely to happen. Defense, he's basically capped on defense. Like, he'll probably cap it at 20, 21. Resistance, like, we are looking at someone that, other than magic, will probably cap everything but luck by the time they hit 20 rogue, and then they'll promote, and the caps will go up, of course, but... yeah, they're just a beast. I really enjoy Soth. Alright, so what we're going to do is try not to have him kill all these guys. Because that's not the point. Alright, 99% chance to hit. Kill, please. Okay. Yeah, her stats mediocre. She hasn't gained any hit points since level 1. Disturbing trend. Disturbing trend. Alright. Good. Let's weaken. So Nolan gets his level up. We don't care what it is, but, you know, anything is nice. Of course, the character that I am not focused on gets pretty much the best level up that I have here, that I've gotten so far. That is appropriate. Again, I'm being punished for everything so far. Let's do this. No chance for that to hit us. Excellent. Good job, Edu-chan. But yeah, so Laura, I don't care much about using her in the next sections of the game, but I definitely, in this one, I mean, she's a healer, just like Riss when you get Riss in Path of Radiance. Even if you don't intend to use him much, you still kinda have to for a bit. So, it is what it is. So they're going to attack Soth. Of course they are. Also known as suiciding into Soth and giving him almost no experience. Pre-promote Soth. It's appropriate, though. I mean, most of the rest of these are either old warriors like Nolan, who, you know, kind of had their time, or they're young, like, saplings like Leonardo or Ed, who didn't go through a war. Whereas Soth, you know, was there for the war with Crimea, between Crimea, Dane, Benyan, all the forces. So. He doesn't become an assassin, though. He becomes a whisper, I think. He's right now a rogue. I think it's called a whisper is what he becomes. More fitting for him, anyway. He's no Volk. Alright, let's see what can be seen here. If I use the Iron Sword, that's a definite kill, but almost definite death as well. So let's do a quick heal on Ed. And then have Ed confront our friend here. So yes, our goal this time is to be extremely careful. There is no time limit. There's no turn limit on this in the map here. There will be reinforcements periodically. So let's shove here. Let's shove. And get up here. Now, before I end, yeah, nobody is in range to do anything to me. And only killed at 2. That is exactly the kind of result we were hoping for. Ah, yes, General Jared. He has found out the silver-haired maiden is here and wants to make trouble for her. Alright, so now we are going to use some of that knowledge we paid one of our attempts to find, and we are going to wait down here for some lovely individuals to arrive. Okay, so 7% chance to hit. And we have Soth there who can push her out of the way or rescue her. So, we're fine. Excellent. Okay. Ending turn right there. And you are killed. Congratulations. Very, very well, very well. Let's move down here. And so here's what we're going to do. I did this last time. I just want to show it to you. It's really funny. So if I kill him, I'll get like 3 experience points with Soth. But if I steal this chest key, I get 10. We call that planning carefully. That's exactly what we call that. Don't be deceived. How strong are you? 17 attack and 10 speed. And you have... You will not be double attacked. They'll hit you for a lot, but that's okay. So, hold on. 17 attack will do a total of 14 damage. If I have miscalculated that by even a 1 point, she'll die. We are not taking that risk. I am not so confident in my calculations that I would take that risk. Nope. Alright, let's stop right there. I mean, I'm confident in my basic math. The reason I didn't take that risk is because I don't remember if that's exactly the damage calculation, right? If it's just attack minus a target defense or target resistance. Because if it is, great. And if it's not, she dead. And that's the end. So, would really prefer that things don't go that way. Alright, come on. Enemy reinforcements. Yes, there they are. Ed! Are you able to double attack that? No. Sadly, I think it's because it's too heavy. Alright, let's hit them. Alright, 97% chance for a kill. Excellent. Again, in almost every game, it's interesting, like, they show you percentage chances, but in so many games, if you were to see a 97% chance, you would just assume you win, like, that you hit. But Fire Emblem was one of those few games. I mean, I have missed before in a 99% chance. It's shocking, it's stunning, but it happens. And again, if the percentage chances are accurate, then that can definitely happen. The reason why I'm not so sure that the percentage chances, are accurate is because the crit chance is a little stunning. By which I mean, yes, even if you have a 3% chance to crit, it should happen sometimes. But if you have a 30% chance to crit in Fire Emblem, it means that you're likely to crit like every other attack. And that is not what 30% is, friends. There we go! Great, just keep that up. Keep that up, Micaiah. More levels like that. Just lots more. Lots more like that. Do a little heal there. Grab a little extra XP for Laura. Healers always need all the XP they can get. But yeah, that's... so, that's why I can't say, oh, well, of course, the percentages in this are totally accurate. I think that for the hit chance, they seem to be actually running on those percentages pretty much. But when it comes to other stuff, I doubt it. Like, with the crit makes me doubt, I guess is what I mean. There we go. Look at those friends. Aren't they so cuddly and cute? Alright, so let's hold on here. Ed, how much can you hurt this guy? Not a lot. Not a lot. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to hit this guy where it counts. Which is, center chest, center mass. Aim center mass with your axe. Some people are like, decapitate. But it's too easy for that little neck to dodge, you know what I mean? When you aim center mass, it's just like with, M16, M4. Aiming center mass is generally the best idea. Headshots, fun, glorious, but let's be real. There's lots of times where your headshot doesn't hit. Whereas center mass almost always connects. The more you know. Alright. 18 attack. Yeah, this one's more dangerous. See his 18 attack and his higher hit. He has better stats. So, for example, he would kill Micaiah in a... Well, not anymore. If my corrections are right, he wouldn't kill her in a single blow. But it wouldn't be much different than that. That is really unfortunate. I don't want to do that. We're not having that attack go through. We are having this one die. Alright, excellent. Now, this character cannot... It has a 10 speed versus the 10 speed. And... Cannot kill, cannot kill, cannot kill. All glorious. It would be nice to be able to get in there and heal, but that is not going to happen. So we'll stop right like that. Yeah, I expected that. I expected they were going to attack Leonardo, because he can't counterattack, right? Just typical AI at work. All right, let's step up here and put a little pain. Yeah, generally, I do like the animations, the graphics a little better in this game than I did in the last one. I think some of my favorite, it's really hard to beat some of the 2D crit animations and stuff. I love the way generals looked in like Sacred Stones and so forth. Like they would throw their spear, or their spear would launch out like a harpoon, right? And then they'd like use a chain attached to the end to like yank it back. And it had a lot of weight and a lot of just style. It was really cool. All right, so those were the enemies right there. Ah, pottery. Welcome, new follower. Those were the enemies right there that I just killed that game overed me last time. So, you know, good. We are doing a little better. All right. Let's double check our enemies up here. Good. And this one. All right. Excellent. None of those people can be killed by the steel bow wielder in one. So we will stop right there. All right. I'm gonna check what this would be. Probably bad. Yeah. 100% chance to hit for 19 damage. Would I like a game over? No, I would not. Alright, so what we're gonna do then... What we are going to do is actually move everyone back this way. Because we are not crazy. Let's quickly shove Micaiah. We just cannot risk having anyone in range, like having Micaiah in range of someone who could kill her, because the AI, if it's functioning properly, will know that she's the silver-haired maiden, and if she dies, the cause dies with her. So, yeah, that's definitely not something we want to allow to occur. Wish she had more movement. All right, up we go. All right, I wonder where the next set of reinforcements are coming in. Probably... I wouldn't make any guesses, not sure. Excellent. Got a nice softening up that was done. How much damage could you do there, Micaiah? 10? I think I have a solution for this. Go ahead and trade. I've got a Micaiah-only tome here that should be good, and I think it will bridge that 3 damage gap. It does indeed. Yeah, the beginning of this game is tough. And I beat the game once, but it was like a decade ago, and doing it on Iron Man, frightening. And so now my back is against the wall. This is my last attempt, and it's frustrating because the Dawn Brigade is not strong. They have potential, and I think it's actually appropriate. I think the Dawn Brigade is well designed thematically, but it is not strong. You've got Soth, who is really overpowered, can basically carry this whole thing for you, especially if you do like I did and transfer in a pretty much maxed Soth. But that just feels really bad, right? Because if you do that, that means if you want to be cheap, you can basically use Soth and like Volug and a couple of other characters to pretty much just carry you through this entire first section and not care about using the Dawn Brigade characters in the end. But you do need to raise Micaiah, because she's required to be used in the end game. So, yeah. Anyway, let's have him step back here. But I definitely, like I said, I've played a lot of Fire Emblem games, and I would definitely rank, Radiant Dawn as one of the more difficult ones, especially if you're trying to do a challenge like this, because there's a lot of forced usage of certain characters. It's very, very story driven, and so yeah. How strong are you, friend? 14 attack, 10 speed. You absolutely cannot deal with Micaiah in one round. 14 attack, and can't double attack. So we are going to step up here and let you attack Micaiah. And again, there's just a lot of stuff where a moment of carelessness is going to let a character die, get you a game over. And that does exist in other Fire Emblems, but maybe it's just me. I just don't feel like it's as prevalent. She shouldn't die from, well, but it won't attack her. The AI won't attack her because she could counterattack. But it only had 17 attack, couldn't double attack, and she had 16 hit points and 3 defense. So she would have survived with like 3 hit points. So, in fact, we'll show you. Yeah, 12 damage, or no, 10 damage, 55% chance to hit. She's fine. She is extremely fragile. She starts very weak, but... All right. So wait, would you kill him with light? No. You need to soften up first. All right, let's do this, and this will give Laura some healing to do, hopefully. Yeah, she is so fragile, and especially the other two that I did close up to this point, the other last night, she got better level ups. This time her last level up was amazing, a 6 stat up, but the prior one she got a 1 stat, a 2 stat, and then a 3 stat, and so it was just headed up there, and so but regardless, I like Micaiah, I do, but it is true that she starts really fragile, and probably stays that way unless they get lucky. Here we go. Cross your fingers. Thanks, Micaiah. Makes me feel like Kalo, like I have Kalo in my party. Alright. Okay, so Laura arriving there is our goal, but we are going to kill these guys, because of course we are. We want all of this loot, and that's just how it is. So let's see if we can't... I would love to lure this guy out, which we will do like so. Let's double check. See if he's got an Iron Lance, 17 attack, 10 speed. Yeah, there's no problem with that. Yeah, I do too. I like the Mage Lords. And this game has some good ones. You've got Micaiah, you've got Soniki, which of course you don't get until way later, of course. But yeah, I like them quite a lot. Because your standard lords are just, hey, I wield a sword and I'm kind of like a hero stat cap wise, and that's fine. I like them, but I'm disappointed that enemy did not move. All right, let's move in here. Do you have a javelin? No, Iron Lance. I don't know. We need to block that off. So we're gonna bring up Nolan, who can take a beating. Oh, Leonardo still has that hand axe. I should give that to Nolan. But yeah, I have to say, When I first played this game, I was a little hard on Micaiah because I played it. I had played Path of Radiance. I got it because it, was a Fire Emblem game, but also it was a sequel to Path of Radiance, which I loved. And I was like, I want to play with Alicia and Ike and Mia and Nephany. And then they're like, oh, for this whole first section of the game, like 10 levels, they're like, no, you get to play with mostly characters you don't know, a few what's the word? What's the cameo? A few cameo characters that, you like, and yeah, I was just like, I was not a fan. But then, but in the end, I did appreciate Micaiah quite a bit. I like her, but yeah, at first I was just like, she's so weak, and she's not Ike or Lincia or any of these people, and why am I doing this? All right, let's step up and deal with this. But yeah, I need to feed her as much XP as possible. That way, even if her level ups are not fantastic, she'll move towards her promotions and things. Okay. She's what level now? 6. She's higher level than Leonardo. You wouldn't know it from looking at the stats. Oh boy. All right. Let's All right, I'm gonna step up here. Need to be ready to rescue if things don't go as planned. All right, Laura, what you got for level up? Bravo, Laura. Fantastic. The game loves to do this to me. It's like, oh, you're not using Nolan. You're not gonna, focus on using Laura. That means you would like them to have the best stats of anybody in your party, right? Yep, that's absolutely what it means. Alright, 7 damage. I hope I can deal with that. Not quite. Not quite. That's alright. That's okay. I am going to step up here and I won't attack him right now, but I will trade him the hand axe while I'm here. And wait. Ouch. Okay. And Nolan gets another kill. Guess I should have just gotten a little more chunk XP there for Leonardo. But that's alright. Now this guy has a javelin. Let's see how strong he is. 20 attack, 9 speed. 20 attack. Okay, so 27 is what would be needed to kill Ed in one shot. So Ed will survive. Is there anything to steal from this guy? Could steal his vulnerary. Huh. He's not in a position where anyone could shove him. We'll wait right there. How much could you hurt him? 14? Okay, 14 plus... 14 plus 13 is definitely more than he has hit points. So, Ed, do the honors, please. Yeah, one of the things that's crazy about this game compared to so many Fire Emblem games is just the ridiculous number of characters. It's such a broad story and such a huge cast of characters. And that's one thing that, especially in a Fire Emblem game, that, unlike the new ones, right? Like, the last several Fire Emblem games, you can grind as much as you want. You can max level every single character if you so choose. And so in that one, in ones like that, a large cast of characters doesn't feel so crippling, shall we say. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Oh, whoa, hold on. Hold on. If you move, how much can you do? 20 attack? That is exactly a death on Micaiah. Okay. So that means our only chance of doing this right is actually to pin him in. Can you survive at 20? You can. All right, so here's an example of me almost making a misstep. Because maybe he won't move from his position. But maybe he totally will. And so what we're going to do... Yeah, I doubt he'll move too. But that's how I died in the previous chapter, is that he... somebody I didn't think was going to moved. And so we'll just wait right there and trap him in. We'll be on the safe side. Let's see, what voice did I use for him? I don't remember. We'll do something pompous like a Duncan. Let's see here. Don't move a finger, thief, or I'll skewer you with my lance and serve you for lunch. Maybe not quite what I was going for. It'll work, though. Ouch. Ouch. More healing for Laura. It's all good. Step out. Alright, Laura's going to come down in here. And we're going to do a quick heal on her. Alright, so 11 damage. That's a good start. How much would you hurt him? 16. You would not kill him. And you have no crit chance? Okay. That's actually quite good. So 16 plus 11 is 27, which means then Micaiah can definitely finish him off. So let's do it. Wow. Soth has been hurt. He's about to fall over. Alright, no chance to crit, so won't do the kill steal. Alright, Micaiah is going to finish this guy off. 100% chance. And how much would you do with Danny? 30... Oh, wow! I could have had her just kill him from straight to nothing. That's amazing. The Silverhead Maiden. I've got you. Lucky for you, Jared wants you alive. But there's no escaping now. I'm afraid I have to disappoint you. Oh, how pompous! Try to disappoint me and I'll break both your arms. Really? I think you're just going to be smitten by the light. Smited. Destroyed. Killed. Evaporated. Yep, those things. Alright, Micaiah, give me another level up like that last one. That 6 was amazing. Well, that wasn't the last one. 3. Okay. Alright. With this many, we can't hold them back. Call for reinforcements. Okay. I'll put in the call, man. No worries. Alright, go ahead and loot the chest. Energy drop. Nice, nice, nice. Permanent strength up item for the win. I don't remember if this one has the same as Path of Radiance, where, like, where you gain... like, you get more bonus XP for finishing the level sooner. I don't remember if that's the case. But I'm not too concerned about it. Usually that bonus XP, except for in rare circumstances, is not is not the main thing anyway. Alright. Let me plan this out. Alright. So, she couldn't make it, but she's totally going to make it because we are going to do a shove chain. Shove, shove, shove. This should be enough. Arrive. At last, glory be. The abbot will have his medicine. Wait for me here. I'll return soon. Ah yes, we're here to steal the medicine. Okay, yeah. So I should try to finish quickly if there's no real reason to linger. Well done, everybody. Are we all present and accounted for? Wait, Laura's missing. She was just with me. Let's split up and search for her. Micaiah, you come with me. The forest is huge. We can cover more ground if we search individually. But let's rendezvous at Kunu Swamp in 3 marks' time. Somebody's nearby. Oh, who is this? Oh, Jared. Where's Laura? And you saw through my ruse. You're as clever as they say, my dear. You even came alone. How brave of you. Was that to give your friends a chance to escape? What a thoughtful little thing you are. Micaiah, don't come any closer. Laura, let her go. She isn't one of us. Now, you know I can't do that. She's a valuable hostage, just like you. No. Yune, fly away! Ah, dratted bird. Yes, get that mangy flying bag of bones out of here before I squash it like a fly. How annoying. Enough of this. Back to the castle. As long as we have these two, the others don't matter. Sir, all hands withdraw. I've got a bad feeling about this. All right, we are saving there, and that will be the end of today's stream. I know it's only an hour, but I think I am recentered in my Zen back against the wall mode, and tomorrow night at 9 p.m. EST, I will be continuing on. Like I say, this is just an extra stream to catch back up and get ready to continue on. So, as long as I can stay focused, I hope to clear the game, and I hope that you're able to come along and enjoy the ride. The stuff will be up on both Twitch and YouTube for the VODs if you don't make it to the stream. But in any case, I hope you had fun, and I will see you next time. Take care.